So as the 17 passes by with the freight, you'll see the 24 sat over there as it's donating its DCC chip currently to the Pannier and just having a look to see if I can fix it myself. These two screws go on to those, that brass ring there, one on each side of the motor of the chassis here. It's there's the hole that goes into. It was absolutely caked with far too much lubrication, which is coming off in great, lumps on the hook, lumps on the paper towel I'm currently cleaning it with. I can see the motor hiding up in there, so I'm going to try and get to that as well and just make sure it's all cleaned off. Then add a gentle amount of lubrication, but see how it works first to see if it runs any better, because I'm not going to be able to get it all out anyway, so it might well run a little bit better. It's just some pipes to reattach. So to open it up to this stage, take out the couplings, remove the cab and any blanking plate or chip from the back of the DCC socket. There's a screw there to undo, and that will start easing it away. I've actually got this more disassembled than I need to. Needed to initially, and that screws there. And then basically gently ease this away from the bottom of this. This will expose that. And actually will drop out. That's what that screw is about. That will drop out, and you just need to undo these two here. Okay, that's how I did it so far. That's so far so good. We'll see how I get on. No promises. So I've just taken those two lumps out of where the worm gear is. That's grease. Pure and simple, that's grease. It's horrible. Horrible inside. I don't know what's happened, whether this is Dapol from the factory or what, but this is awful. No wonder it didn't run particularly well. Of course, just to turn the camera on, it does a brief stop. But if you compare it to the video, so the clip I'm about to put in after this, you'll see it's a hell of a lot better than it was. Oh, now it's stopping in places it didn't stop before. I think it's finding all the dirty track for me. But this is, I've got my controller on 128 speed steps. This is speed step 35. It's going around. Nice little trundle. But yes. So I think I'm going to leave it running like this for a bit and see what it's like, and we'll come back to you. Obviously, you'll see the clip now of what it used to run like. Oh dear. Good job we got the IVET coming, eh? Well, folks, I'd love to say look, it's running, it's fine. But it isn't. I'm having to constantly chase it around. Cleaning track, and the track has all been now cleaned within an inch of its life. There's nothing coming up on the the white surface I use when I clean now. It's all stays white. Yet it's still just randomly stopping in places. I mean, if only it acted like that the whole time. You see, the IVET's more than happy. They've actually stuck a rake of Japanese coaches binder to give it a bit more length. And as much as I know it's a cliche, there you are, just saw that. If you watched in that area, you might need to zoom back a little bit, but it just did stop again. As much as a cliche, I do want to model the Great Western, and I do not care if it's a cliche or not, but I've got to swap to 00. Because what use is a pannier tank? Okay, this layout's not so bad, it speeds it up slightly to bring it into shot. Now if I just spin it round to face the other way. You ready for this? back up to the same speed step. But what use is a shunting engine that can't run backwards? I'm changing to double O. It's going to mean a lot more changes. But yeah, I'm swapping to double O. My old mainline Pannier tank, okay, it's not DCC fitted, is older than this, and it still works fine. So yeah, I'm swapping over. Sorry, engagers. Obviously, you see there the 2MT running very nicely. Past, yeah, because oh look, it's and do the thing. It still tries to wander off. I mean, if I pop the 17 back on, bring it round a little bit just so I can couple up. Right, forwards. Oh, cool. Need to select the engine. Select 8606. That's speed step 1. Okay, it's got 2 more wheels. I'm not sure how many actually pick up on this. I know all 6 pick up on the Pannier. Yeah, but at least it runs. This has got a bit of a cheap decoder in it, so it's not as smooth as the one in the Ivert. Actually might just tuck off a little bit there. But, you know, it works. So what I probably might do is put that decoder back into this. Then that's just a static display model. But I can't do engage with faulty panniers. And I have the worry in my mind now, what other, you know, how many other panniers are like this with the Dapol range? You know, I am still sort of, you know, what's it with my, I not finished doing Japanese. I want to do British layouts. Now I've done 4 or 5 years of Japanese layouts. I would like a change back to the UK again. Something I can reference easily, something I can, you know, rely on to be good. To be something. Sorry, rely on to be. I was thinking about the Japanese engage locos here. I can rely on to be a functional representation of something I can go and see. I've just sped that up again, by the way. So yeah. It's a shame, but there we are. Anyway, enjoy the Ivert going past. And thank you for watching. At least I've hopefully helped in how to take the Pannier apart. And give you a 17 from past as well. Bye. So, hello everyone, try and make a bit more sense of it, and yes, the Pannier is actually running while I speak, and so is the Ivert still. But I've had a day of working on engaged locomotives, something I've not had to do much previously, I will admit. Yes. With the song and the title of the video and everything like that, it's probably a bit obvious, but I can't do this with what's available to me to do. It's still stopping randomly. Occasionally you might hear the click of the wagons running into each other because it's randomly stopped briefly. It's just not good enough. It's not good enough. So I'm not sure what to do with the other 3 UK outline locos at a minute. the 24 and the 17. Whether they stay as well, I don't know. I mean, if I take the chips out of them, then and refit the blanking plates, then all three will run on anything they run on. So, you know, that's a possibility. But the big thing boils down to is that I want my slice of the Great Western. Sorry, I'm getting mad. It's going to be a bit of a common thing. But I want my slice of the Great Western Railway, which largely, obviously, again, well, not largely influenced yesterday, but it all adds in. The Severn Valley is one of my favourite places to go. For those who know me previously, I've streamed the Severn Valley Railway on train sims so many times. It's the layout, it's the route I've got the most on there. Yeah, I'm a Great Westernaholic. I should have put the large prairie picture here, which is behind me. There you go. So right, got to be really careful. I was going to do that again. Right, there we go. Turning against it. You should see. But anyway, yes, I'm a Great Westernaholic. Take it away because it's going to keep keep watching it. But yes, basically, you know, I want my slice of the Great Western, and you know, this was a great experience. All this was such a great experience, and I'm not done with Engage. I'm done with UK Engage. Really now. So it's not short to do with it. I might just keep these bits just so they can run with the on that. I mean, hell, even the Pannier could even, in theory, try and run on there. But what I'm actually going for the Pannier is building a little dive board that can just be mounted on the wall somewhere. Pannier with some wagons going through a bit of scenery. And yeah, if I leave the wagons so they can be removed and the engines don't be removed, it can always be fixed in the future or by someone. But yeah, I'm going to be doing double O. So what needs to happen for that? Well, join me and you'll find out. Basically, sort of, I don't want to go into all now because it's already been a minute or a couple of minutes at the end of the video. So yeah, but hopefully, at the very least, how to dismantle the Pannier is useful. And obviously, remantling it, I want it in reverse. Obviously, the usual things are take your time and yeah, see how you get on. Right. Anyway, a big thanks has to go to Gary, Oak Hill Model Railway. He's been chatting to me, suggesting things throughout the entire process. We've been trying our best to get this engine running better. He now thinks it's the motor, but yeah, I mean, I will say I love it. I love Engage, but I'm kind of done with fitting with tiny components, tiny components. Even with fitting the DCC earlier on, you know, the 24 wasn't so bad. You know, it's like, oh, it's friction fit. The iVert's the same, but the iVert is really tight fit. And he really had to pull hard, and I thought I'm going to break something in a minute doing this. I've got to do it again in a minute from taking the chips out and the blanking plates in. Back in again. But yeah, I've got to look at now taking the track up, probably cutting out the bit of cork that I put the grass on. Obviously that'll be all lost. The ballast's not so fussed about. It might get away with that. I'll see where my new track's going to go. But yeah. I mean, it might be a case now of all that stuff that you've seen in the background. Get rid of that and actually get the boards downstairs built that I originally brought for this room. They're measured right to the end of that wall, and something even bigger comes in. Not sure right yet, just yet on that one. At the very least, what I can do is get the track up here, this end, and at the other end, and see, have a bit of a play, see what track I've got. see if we just get something running. Even if it's an Ingle look, you know, get an Ingle shunting puzzle running, so I can get, you know, my Pannier tanks running backs and forwards, doing their thing, and yeah, but we'll see. All right. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay safe, take care, be well, and I'll see you in another video.